Fatsoid is here with another spicy deck. So we are going to lead off with P.U.N.K. Hell yeah. We're going to activate Foxy Tune. So the one misplay you can argue is I should have gotten rid of one of the Called by the Graves instead. Because I'm going to be completely real with you. I've been messing around with the list a lot, doing a lot of changes, and originally I had 2 O-Lions. So I thought I was going to have a second O-Lion for what's about to transpire right here. And then I realized I didn't. So that was a pretty unfortunate. We're going to bring back Despot 1. And we're going to go into a 7. And then the 7 is going to go send a max C, so we can go into an 8. So we can go into Borreload Savage Dragon. This would have been a lot stronger if I actually had the Mecha Beast Phantom in my deck. But I didn't. But I still think 1's probably the right choice anyway. But then I see I'm playing against Albaz, and I'm like, Called by the Grave is probably going to be amazing against them. So first, we activate our Trapped in the Gate, which I honestly should just activate Borreload Savage Dragon, right? But you're going to see that he had the answer for the Savage Dragon anyways. I don't know why he just didn't do that. I think he was trying to bait out my Savage Dragon's in the gate. Which is still kind of weird. But you end up finding out that it wasn't that weird because this face down card that he has is I believe branded in red. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong on this. Yeah, it's branded bond. That's what it is. So we're gonna Called by the Grave, and you're gonna be like, Fatsoid, that still gets it because it's banished. Yeah, but it negates the which actually did not matter. Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, that was a big misplay. Because he wouldn't even be able to do anything anyway. I should have saved that Called. But normally, if you Call by the Grave Albaz before it gets summoned, it negates the effect of Albaz. So that was my reasoning. The reasoning, I think, was correct. But the actual execution was extremely wrong. So don't be me. Be better. Alright, we're gonna lead off with our P.U.N.K. Madam Spider. Pretty cool. I think all the P.U.N.K. cards are cool. It reminds me of, I don't know if you guys been watching Demon Slayer. It reminds me of the Entertainment District arc. It's like I could picture these people being in the Entertainment District. We're gonna pop his card. It Screams of the Brandon. I'm kind of curious on what the hell this is, but we're gonna go with our P.U.N.K. We're gonna destroy his cards first, just to get rid of both of them, and then we are gonna go into Shen Shen. Now we have to remember that he has a tragedy in the graveyard, so he's gonna be able to get his brand card back, which I'm pretty sure he's gonna be going for. So we're gonna max C. To see if we either prevent the branded bond, right? Or if he actually goes for the branded bond, we still draw our card from it. We're not getting much value out of this max C. So he's activating it. We Called by the Grave, because he can go into, there's 2 different cards he can go to, the Brigade Dragon or Ash Dragon. He still activates it because he's brain dead. Mononosuke. Actually, it's from One Piece, if you guys don't know. This guy's a weeb too. So we exile him. And the great thing about with Shen Shen out is now his branded bond's exiled, so you can't keep bringing it back because I did a misplay here. It wasn't a misplay, I just clicked through it. I just want to point that out. I want you guys to understand. I clicked through all my abilities. So a lot of times I'll hit yes on something I don't mean to hit yes on because I have problems. In my defense, my opponents take 30 fucking years to do a turn. Like someone will hold their card. They'll have this Allure of Darkness and they'll sit with it single card in hand for like 2 minutes. I just want to get the turn over with. So now we're going into Wangan. And then I activate most of my spells. This, if you want to know, this makes it so when they target me, I could target one card my opponent controls and destroy it. And when a punk monster battles one of his monsters, it automatically destroys it. So he kind of gave up. He drew another card here. And we're just going to go and pound his face in. Boom, 3,300. Good game.
Have you ever felt sick and tired of YouTubers always saying this deck fucking rocks when you know it sucks a fat cock? Well, have fear no more, because here at Fatzoid Games, we like to provide accurate assessments of if a deck sucks a big cock or not. Give me a subscribe, and if you do that, maybe your cock will get a little bigger.
So with this game, I wanted to showcase like the power of running cards that are not dog shit. So I decided when I was playing this deck, I played it quite a bit, and I messed around with the list a lot. And when I was messing around with the list, one of the things I always came to the conclusion was, dude, this feels like a deck that you want to go second with, and you want to disrupt your opponent's board because it could do that very easily. But I also wanted to be running all these other hand traps, and I still do run hand traps. I run 3 Max C, 3 Ash. You're gonna see the deck list, but I need something like Dark Ruler No More. So I run 2 copies of Dark Ruler No More and 3 copies of Lightning Storm. And this has made, like, this is an automatic loss, right? But now it's an automatic win, because now I Dark Ruler No More him, Lightning Storm, and he concedes because he's a baby. But if he didn't concede, we would have easily gone into our dragon, and our dragon would have returned 3 cards back to his hand. Boom, boom, boom. And then we kill his last card. He would have had no board versus our dragon. And our dragon would have hit for over like 4,000. Hello, everybody. And here we are with our Punk deck. Let's go over some of the decision making here. As you can see, this is a pure Punk deck. No DPE, no Sword Soul, no Tenyi, just straight Punk in it. I was able to hit plat with this deck before making this video, but it definitely felt harder than with my Despia deck that I made yesterday. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. The deck is very fun, though, with the cards having such cool artwork, which I really appreciate, and some insanely powerful OTKO potential with Amazing Dragon and Rising Carp, which are these 2 cards right here. Now, the reason why it's so strong is Amazing Dragon. When it is synchro summoned, you can bounce cards back to your opponent's hand based on the number of level 3 psychic monsters with different names you control in your graveyard. Which, honestly, if you play this deck, you understand how easy it is to get at least 2 or 3. So, that means you can bounce 3 cards back to their hand. You can clear out their board for an attack. And with Rising Carp, when you use this card for synchro material, you're able to make it so 1 Punk monster on your field gets a second attack during the battle phase. So 6,000 damage right here just with Amazing Dragon. A lot of the games you will be focused on getting out Auroradon, and you're going to either go into Baron de Fleur or Amazing Dragon, or a lot of the times you end up going into Borreload Savage Dragon. So I was testing this deck a lot and really making some tough decisions on the deck list. And after testing it a lot, I will say O-Lion, Mecha Beast O-Lion felt better than Mecha Beast Colt Wing. But I think both of them are fine. Colt Wing lets you go into Amazing Dragon easier. But O-Wing feels a lot more consistent when it's going into something like one of our level 8s. which mainly is like the Borreload Savage. And honestly, going into Amazing Dragon feels pretty easy anyway with the rest of our punk monsters. I just think O-Lion lets us have a better turn 1, which we kind of lack. Turn 2, we could really turn it up with the deck with our Dark Ruler No More and our Lightning Storms. And honestly, it feels so good to just Dark Ruler No More someone and then combo into Amazing Dragon, bounce all their cards that they summon from their extra deck away, especially since it's so good against DPE. Like if their DPE obviously doesn't activate in the if they're not doing Scythe combo or something like that, you can on your main phase first turn Dark Ruler No More, and then once you go into Amazing Dragon, bounce DPE back to deck, and then boom, you don't have to worry about Destiny Hero anymore. Most people just run one Fusion Destiny, and most of the time they're just running one Fusion Destiny to get with Predaplant, and they're usually just running one copy of the Destiny Hero monsters, Celestial and Dasher. So once you get rid of it by sending it back to the deck, then you don't have to worry about it anymore. Do I think this list can be better? Yes, obviously. But with how fast I get these videos out, it's kind of hard to playtest the deck with more than 40 or 50 games. Because that's usually how I come to the conclusion. This deck looked very different from when I first started playtesting this deck. Honestly, I was actually trying out deck lists that some other people have made with Punk just to kind of get an idea. And honestly, a lot of them just stunk. Like I was trying out some of the deck lists out there, and like they just did not feel good. I was like, what the hell? Why is this person using this? Why is this person using this? Trying it, I just don't get it. So I ended up coming with the conclusion of this pile that you're seeing before you. And I didn't even see any deck list running Dark Ruler No More, which is crazy because like this deck feels so good going second. And if you go second and your opponent has, let's say, Apollousa, you're just fucked. Like most of your combo cards are like all monster effect. So take it how you want. Let me know what you can do to improve the deck, what you're thinking of, and maybe we could look at doing that in the future. But until then, goodbye.